The more you look, the more you see.
That is the globe.
I'm so dead. Now we just look like weirdos in swimwear. No, you can't. What are you on about? That's too scary. There is like a full-on hair baked into it. We got stuck in the mud. I got locked in there. We're driving into the snow. We're ready for a hike.
Oh yes.
Rich is all bagged up. My bag's here ready to go. This is our view from the van. It's crazy, it goes on for miles. Frozen puddle. Nearly made it to the end of the hike, and then we got to go all the way back. My toes really hurting as well. We just saw two little reindeers wrapped down here, one big one and one little one. So white and fluffy and cute. And then we looked around and there's actually them grazing all up here as well. There's two over there. I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up very well. And then there's two over there as well. Oh, three over there. I can see another one. The more you look, the more you see. It's been absolutely amazing seeing these reindeer. They are so incredible. And there's a whole herd of them up there. We just kept looking and just kept seeing more and more and more. Really, really special. Really, really cool. And this view as well is just crazy. We are literally at the top of Europe.
Oh, we've made it back after 5.5, I think. About 5.5 hours now. Beth is dead. Her legs have just been killing her for pretty much the whole way back. Even as we started to get to the final point, her right leg started, but on the way back, both legs, and she's got blisters on her feet, so it's not gone the best for Beth. But we've made it. We've done it. We've made it to the very most northern point in Europe. Lots of reindeer out there. There was a man on an ATV type thing. The rocky terrain we were walking on, it was mad that he could drive around on it. And he asked us for our directions and if there are any reindeer somewhere. So me, not thinking, just like, yeah, no, give him exact directions of reindeer. And then Beth thought she had a gunshot, and I thought, oh God, we've just bloody directed him to go hunt some reindeer. But no. About an hour and a half, 2 hours later, when we were back up the other end, he was herding them all. So he obviously farms the land on the ATV, and yeah, he's just out herding them all together. So it was really cool to see. Beth's phone died as she started recording it, so I don't know if she managed to get any or not. But yeah, just boiling up the kettle, get Beth a nice warm cup of tea, because obviously now we've stopped moving, it's bloody cold. I'm just packing us up, ready to go. Possibly going to go to Nordkapp. We're not sure whether we're feeling up to it or not after all of that. Me again. I don't know if you can see in the background there. That is the globe. So we've just gone to Nordkapp. It's not the most northern point. That's why we did the 5-hour hike to get to the furthest point, because I wanted to be able to say that we've done it. However, this is the most photographic northern point, I guess. So we thought we'd come up here, have a little look, take a few snaps. So we got a few photos. I mean, the clouds over the water look absolutely incredible here.
Hello, I'm back. Rich has been doing a couple of videos for me. There you go, you can balance. I'm so dead. I was literally crying at the end of the hike. It was killer. My legs and my feet, they were not okay. I'm on that time of the month as well, and I was saying to Rich before, I was like, you know what, my body does not feel ready for up to 6-hour hike. But we drove all the way here, and we drove extra yesterday just so we could get up earlier so that we weren't rushed, but it just absolutely has done me in. I am so drained, so low on energy. I mean, I even said I didn't really want to come up here and do Nordkapp, but we have done it, and I'm glad we've done it. I'm really glad we've done it. It's beautiful, and even though we've already been to the most northerly point, we still got to see the globe and like the actual like landmark, I guess. Annoyingly, the visitor centre's not open. It shuts at 3, which I thought was really quite early, but I'm exhausted. Physically, emotionally, mentally, everything. I am just exhausted. But yes, that's my update. Dead as a dodo. That's where we stayed last night. It's very pretty. We've just been walking in the rain. We found a pee stop and didn't realise there was a pee stop right next to the waterfall that we wanted to come and have a look at. There's actually loads of tiny little waterfalls all coming into this, but it is so pretty and so clear as well. I just realised I never vlogged. Oh my god, I look hilarious right now. This is how I look when it's really windy and it's raining. It's too windy to talk as well, but the waterfall looks really cool. Rich is just climbing up to a higher point. My legs are too dead for that, even walking up here is just horrendous for my legs. We've just arrived at our spot for the night. Hopefully in the morning we'll have nice views of snowy mountains all around. What a morning view to wake up to. Oh, it's very misty now. The rain is very much coming in. You can barely even see the mountains over there at all now. But it's been quite cool watching these guys ducking and diving in. We're doing something crazy and I feel very apprehensive about it. Just got into a bikini and we're gonna jump into a fjord. This is where we're doing it. Back in Alta, I believe it's called. We saw people doing it before, so we know that it's okay to come in and swim, and there's actually steps down over here. So we're gonna be walking down here and getting in. It looks all quite rocky under there as well, so I'm not sure if we'll jump or just sort of swim in. The tide's too low, how annoying. Prepped ourselves ready for it and we didn't realise, but... Because
it's all rock down there and they've all covered in shells.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can get in that bit of this, maybe, or that bit over there, but there's a big pipe there. I don't know what's that, if that's dumping horrible stuff.
But the steps need to be more in the water, so it looks like we're going to have to find somewhere else. Well, now we just look like weirdos in swimwear. That's so funny. We're like prepping ourselves for it and getting ourselves like ready to get in the water, and we just got there. I was like, my god, we're crazy. And then we looked down and we were like, oh, the steps don't even make it into the water. Maybe there'll be a better place to do it in the future. We're finally showered and back in the van. Rich has just taken Pops for a last quick little stroll. And I was just hanging up some of our washing in the back. I've just booked my first ever flight on my own. I've never travelled on my own. I haven't really done much on my own in my life, really. So it's a big deal for me. It gives me a lot of anxiety. It really is something way out of my comfort zone. Just the thought of flying on my own, I don't know, freaks me out. I keep saying that I want to do like a trip on my own just for myself, to build myself up more, be more confident with myself, because I've grown a lot over the past couple of years. So I think this is a good next step to take and try and travel on my own and do things on my own a bit more. Because I know I'm capable of doing it, it's just my anxiety tells me I'm not. So it's kind of like that battle between knowing that you can do it and your brain telling you, no you can't, what are you on about, that's too scary. It's really frustrating. I completely forgot to take my vlog camera out, but I was just stood over there with Rich. But I escaped back to the slightly warmer van. But we've got snowy mountains all around. Annoyingly, the cloud is a bit over them, but it still looks very cool. But I knew it was going to be beautiful in Norway, but I don't think I realised just how beautiful it was going to be. I just pulled over because there's this crazy snowy peak in front of us. I've just been outside and took some photos, and Rich is just coming down from the roof. Annoyingly, the clouds come like right in front of it, but it's crazy how low the clouds are. Feels like we're about to drive into a cloud. We bought these from the Netherlands. Rich tried one earlier. I obviously have to take a tablet to be able to eat the gluten, so I took a tablet, and now I've decided to try one. So I thought I would film if if they're any good. I don't even know what they're called. Apple pensies. Rich said they're kind of like a cookie.
No, I think that's what it says on it. Oh, you've gone well out of focus. I'll let you back.
It says Coek and cake. I don't know. Let's try it. It's like marzipan. It tastes really marzipan-y. Do you agree?
I don't remember it tasting marzipan.
There's also a hair in it.
I'm not a fan of marzipan.
There is like a full-on hair baked into it.
What?
There's a hair baked into
Let's
it.
have a look.
Oh, I've just pulled it out, but it was
Yeah.
here. How can you tell me that it's not almondy?
Let's have another go. Yeah, a little bit. Tastes different
Tastes different?
to what I ate, yeah.
Well, let me try a different one.
Yeah, I see what you mean with that, for sure. Same or different? It might have just been my taste buds. I did eat a licorice.
I mean, this one kind of tastes a little bit less almondy. No, it's still almondy. These are also going out of date in like 2 days. So they're probably also not at their best quality.
Oh no.
We're only 5 minutes away from our spot now. This is our final little stop to look at the snowy mountains, and Rich is taking some more photos. It's crazy, the whole road, this whole trip today has been right down the water. We're filming again.
Whoa.
It's like 9 o'clock at night now, I think. I haven't filmed anything in ages because we got stuck. We got stuck in the mud. And it took us like 4 hours, I think.
No, we went to a parking spot and it said, the pictures showed that they were like down by the water. And the parking spot stopped, didn't it?
It just stopped in the middle of the road. There was nowhere, it didn't look like it was anywhere to be seen.
And there was a few houses and stuff, so like, it can't be here because it was like right in front of people's driveways and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we got to a point and it looked a bit mucky. But there was a couple walking, like coming back from a walk or whatever, and
So
I
Rich
asked them, didn't I?
He asked them if there was a parking space around, and they said, oh, no, the parking space is just further back up where you come from, but if you go forward, there's a little turnaround point. So Rich thought, okay, cool, yeah. We started going forward and we very quickly got stuck.
I even said to him like, oh, do you think it'll be alright for the van sort of thing? But I guess maybe they were talking about the turning around point, I don't know.
I mean, I don't think anyone could have
But it was
guessed that
not
we'd
all
be
right for
this
the van.
stuck, but no, we just got stuck. It was
The heather was the
horrendous.
trick. The
Yeah,
heather
the
was the
heather
trick.
is what worked. So then every time we went forward a little bit, we were stuffing stones in the back of the tyres so that we couldn't roll back,
Yeah,
because
big
it got
rocks.
to a point as well where we were going uphill and we couldn't move uphill. So we were like going uphill like a foot and then moving all the stones,
Like,
moving all the heather.
handbrake on, jump out.
We also used both of our foot mats from the van,
Yeah.
put those under the wheels to try and get us more
They weren't very good
traction.
either. The heather
I think they helped a little
The heather
bit,
was what got us out.
but then they were just slimy and mucky, so then they
Yeah.
were just
I think the
sliding
heather-
about.
I think the heather was the one.
But we've used everything we possibly could, and then we got the poor van as well. I don't know how the engine's going to be feeling after that, because it was a long old time of
Just, yeah,
revving
non-stop.
and up and down and
Stalled,
reversing,
like, 3
stalling. Yeah, it was a stressful experience for all involved, let's just say that. And we are now both exhausted as well. We showered today as well.
But we
And I was so muddy.
We kept positive
We did.
and we worked through it.
Good morning, just about. It's nearly 12 o'clock. We needed the sleep, I think, last night after the day that we had. But look at the amazing view that we've woken up to. Something we didn't really see last night. Snowy mountains there. Some snowy peaks there. Some snowy peaks in the background covered up by cloud. And some snowy peaks over there. And this is where we ended up parking, just at the top of the hill. Look at these weird mushrooms.
Popcorn, this one.
They do kind of look like popcorn.
Giant piece of toffee popcorn.
How funny.
Oh, look.
This is where we could have stayed with that nice view. But we are where we are. It happened. It was a story. Or it is now a story. A story to tell. Our first pullover after setting off for some mountains. Clouds are starting to come over, so it doesn't look as good as it did. But that bit of blue over there just makes the water look so blue. Then you look over here and you can like see the rain coming down, and I think it's coming towards us. And then nice and blue over there again. It's gonna be snowing soon. Looks like we're about to drive up into it. Wish us luck. It's sleeting. It's definitely coming down as little like snowflakey bits. I can see it landing on the window. Oh, we could get our first bit of snow soon. I'm equally excited and nervous for it because if it sets, we could be stuck for a while. We're driving into the snow. It started happening. Look, we're literally in the snowy mountains.
The right here.
Full on snowing. And the sat nav just took us on a random little look. It's telling us to just cross the road here, and it took us off of the main road that we need to go on.
The safe
and then
main road.
Telling us to cross in the middle of this snow patch. How ridiculous! There's not even a road there. It's all just snow. This is silly. And we just started sliding as well, which is not fun. Crazy though. We're showered again. We've come to a place to do the washing because of yesterday. I mean, we still had some things to wash anyway. And also here, you pay 50 Norwegian kroner, which is like £3 to £4. And you get to wash your clothes, you get to have a shower, you get to empty the toilet, you get to use the toilet, you get to fill up water. I think water fill up's actually free. And look at where we are. Thankfully, not right up in the snow anymore. Look at that one over there, it's just covered by that cloud. This place is just so different to anywhere I've ever been before. And then it gets better. Or certainly it doesn't get worse anyway. It's just mental here. It's almost a 360-degree snowy mountains. But in here, we've got some clothes drying because it's nice and warm in there. You've even got little... it took us ages to figure out how to get in though. But you've even got little cooking equipment, and our washing's just going now. We've done this because I got locked in there, and we had to pay twice because I left the code in there, so I've just got it on me now just in case. I left the code in there, came back out to grab some more things for the washing, and then I couldn't get back in and I didn't know what the code was, so we had to pay for it again. So we have paid twice for it. We've made it to our spot for the evening. Pops is loving it, life over there. Probably can't see her in the dark running around. There's so many snowy mountains everywhere. There's a little peak up there, there's some over there through the trees, and then obviously we've got this amazing mountain range in front of us. And I'm bloody cold today. So I'm looking forward to getting back in the van and heating up through cooking food because we don't have a heater either. We still haven't had time to even check out the heater or look at if we can fix it in any way, so hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to do that. Look at what we're in right now. Look at our washing line. In fact, it's actually a lot better than it normally is. It's normally right across the middle of the van, but we've got our washing hanging up everywhere, including the front cab. What's cooking? Good looking.
We've got pea pasta with salmon. Just poached the salmon.
Poached salmon. Blitzed up the peas.
Cooked and blitzed up the pea. Little bit of mint. Very small amount of mint.
With a little bit of mint.
The computer's so cold, I'm trying to load a file at the moment, and it's just loading just to open my file.
It is ridiculous, isn't it? I don't think we've ever experienced anything this cold before. Like the iPads even come up saying it's too cold for charging. But I've never known it to be too cold that it can't charge. My hair has gone crazy. What is going on with it? I've been watching my friends Jordan and Jason on their YouTube. I haven't watched YouTube in ages, but I've actually been really enjoying watching it. And it's also making me really want to edit these together as well and get some footage up. So thank you, Jordan and Jason, for inspiring me to actually pull myself together and edit some videos. Anyway, the reason why I started filming was for dinner. We're having pea pasta with poached salmon, like flaked through it. The fridge didn't fully shut the other day, so the freezer had started to defrost a little bit, and we had the salmon in the freezer, so we were like, we'll definitely use that today. And Pops, bless her, is all pooped out.
Yeah, Pops, you having a nice sleep? Yeah, she's cozy sleepy.
And I'm cozy, but not sleepy.
And Beth's nice and cozy up there watching TV while I cook dinner. Slave away.
I need to put up some of these. I'll do it now actually. I can't believe how blushed I am. It looks really weird. My cheeks are really rosy.
Because you're so warm under the covers, and the air's
cold,
quite cool.
Yeah. But I've got a right old collection going on here. So I'm going to do that now. Right, I've got the light on, or Rich just put the light on for me. It's really bright over here now. So the last one I posted was the 28th of September. God, we're in October already, that's crazy. Oh no, I'm steaming up. Pause. Okay. 29th, when we were still in Sweden, we stayed and made the toasty by the fire, and we also saw our first moose tracks. Then our next one, which is actually one of my favourite ones because we've kind of got all of us in it because someone else took it. It was when we stayed at the sauna place with the teepee that we had dinner in and everything. And I thought that was really cute. Steaming up again. Right, and then we've got the Arctic crossing, the Arctic Circle crossing. Although annoyingly in this one you can't actually really see the sign, but we know what it is. Then we've got our, I've put 24 hours in Finland on this one, but we were actually only in Finland for about 12 hours, I think. And also we saw so many red poles when we were here, so it's also our red pole stay. Then, oh, I'm dropping things. We've got our Nordkapp stay, which Rich took, but it really annoys me that this is the only one that has been taken portrait. And I know that he was doing it because we took a really cool photo of the van with the northern lights behind us. So we were like recreating it, but I really wish it was landscape. But we will live. And then we've got the most northern point, which was taken on the same day. So this was when we'd hiked out to the very most northern point of Europe. And then the last one was from last night when we got stuck in the mud. This one's hilarious. My face in that is so like bright. I look so bizarre, but it's funny. And this was when we got stuck in the mud. That's our board so far. I can't believe how much it's filling up already. This is Rich at the moment. This was me a second ago, but the aurora's like boomed a little bit tonight, but annoyingly it's so cloudy we can't really see it. But we've put the camera out the skylight so that we don't have to actually get out the van. It's on a tripod up the top, and I just took a few photos up there. My phone actually picked up much nicer, but when I took it a minute ago, the aurora was much more prominent. But it's also a bit cloudy, so the conditions aren't great either. What is going on right now? It's just actually climbed out onto the roof, through the roof thing. Ah, that's hilarious. But this is what we've been seeing.